Yo, man, this is bad, man. It's like unnecessarily bad. Yo, show off. What the? You know what? Let's talk about it.
The big homie, big homie, big homie. The big homie, the big homie show. Swoo. Hey, welcome to the big homie show. The big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show. Hey, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. With no further ado, I welcome D-Boy, your host. Like, comment, share, and subscribe before you go and tell a friend about the big homie show. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Drop that Zaddy in the bed, boy.
Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Yo, man. So, with this show-off situation, talking about he has audio of Easy the Block Captain crying to him about, his life and his relationship with Remy and all that. He said he's going to drop the audio at 8 o'clock. That was a couple of days ago to a week or something like that, right? Lo and behold, no audio. Man, not only did he not drop the audio, he's like talking to us as if, we're the problem. Like the goal of us thinking he was going to drop some audio about Easy and whatnot. When he himself said he was going to drop the audio, that he had audio of Easy saying this, that, and the third. Let's play a little something right here, man. Let's just run it down, man. Hold on.
Of course, it was never no fucking audio. Why you think a nigga like Easy was able to say, you know what, I'm going to call show off bluff? He knew when he called my phone, he called the phone of a real nigga. I'm surprised it took so many people to figure out it was never real. But that's what happens in a fake-ass fucking place.
First of all, he's glad that it took us this long to find out that it wasn't real. But it's supposed to be coming from a real NIGGA. I'm trying to clean up the curse words and stuff. I'm trying to get paid off this YouTube thing. But it's coming from a quote-unquote real person. That's why we believed it. So, that's why we believed it. We don't know you for trolling. We don't know you for playing around like that. Let's keep it going.
Fuck, I look like in recording somebody talking. Y'all don't see what this is? But you welcome for the entertainment, though. And for all them titles that got my name, y'all welcome for the check that's gonna come from it. I'm pretty sure it's been real controversial.
Show off, man. The check that we're gonna get. You talking about the $40, $50, or $30 or something dollars? I mean, I guess that's still money, in your eyes. I don't know. But entertainment, we supposed to be entertained now. This is the excuse that you're coming up with. The word of the day is why. Because I don't understand. I'm confused. We're going to keep going to find out.
Of course, I would pick Easy to use to prove this shit. He the crash test dummy in battle rap. Everybody use him. Fuck, you mad at me because I use the cornball too? Why wouldn't I?
Nah, he calls Easy a cornball and all that. But why, though? Do they have beef? I don't remember Show Off and Easy having beef. From what I gather, Easy called Show Off, you know what I'm saying, and as a confidant, you know what I'm saying, as a peer, as a person you can rely on and talk to. That's the, I guess, open door policy you had for Easy, because he called you Show Off, like, you know what I'm saying, to break everything down in his life, and you pretty much was listening, like it was okay for you to call, because if not, you could have said, yo, nah, get out of here, don't call me, man, call somebody else, I don't rock with you. But you listen to everything. I don't get it. We're gonna keep going.
He's still a corn nigga. This is what y'all love. Y'all love this shit. Real or fake. Y'all don't care. Word up. As long as this shit gonna get clicked on. That's the problem with this fucking culture, man. Why not play around with you motherfuckers, man? Motherfuckers been playing with me my whole career, dude. Don't get mad. You get mad when I just display or make up some fake shit.
He just said it himself. Don't get mad when he makes up some fake shit. So this is fake? But why? That's what we... Hey, yo.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
No.
Yo, you so disrespectful.
My bad, man. My bad, man.
Yo, show, since when this ever been your character? You know what I'm saying? Since when we ever seen you play around like that and whatnot, man? I'm more disappointed than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because you there smiling and stuff like that, like you got a great excuse to get out of what you know what I'm saying, got yourself into. You understand? And I think I have the reason as to why you went this route. But we're gonna keep going. Hold on.
Niggas ain't fuck with the real shit. But I did do it to shine a light on the fact that I did basically a lot of the actions that been happening in this culture for years. The word of audio and all that shit been happening for years. It was easy to piggyback off that shit. We all saw that how everything jumped when audio was mentioned.
Here's my thing. If you know the audio thing that you even said to yourself on Twitter that Battle Facts brung up, out of all people, if you knew that was considered out of, like, you know, from word verbatim, like police behavior was rat shit or whatever, why would you even indulge your name into some activity like that? Even playing around. Like, that don't make no sense. Why would you even associate your name in any activity like that? And then go on for damn near weeks at a time for us to believe that you got audio. I don't give a fuck about the audio. I'm gonna be honest with you, because the audio that had exposed Easy a long time ago been out. There's nothing really you can say crazy that you have or don't have that's gonna expose Easy for who he already is, that we know already. You know what I'm saying? But it came from a real NIGGA, such as yourself. And we thought, oh, the real one got something. And he said it's crazy. So a lot of people was waiting for that audio to hear. But you out here saying you trolling. You BSing. You don't really got no audio. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves thinking me out of all people would have audio. What? What? Listen, man. You know what? Hold on. Let me finish up. Hold on.
3-4 years ago, easy to pick a nigga like Easy because he an emotional ass young man. I knew that from talking to him on the phone. You say anything about that nigga, he gonna say something. None of this shit would have worked if he didn't. We'll keep it 1,000. That's why I kept egging this shit on. At first he said he wasn't gonna say nothing. I had to say something again and make the nigga talk. I mean, this don't change the fact that Easy's still a soft bitch ass nigga. It don't change that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, bro. And he the kind of nigga, he wouldn't even want to believe somebody just used him for some shit. But then again, he probably would believe that shit. Because, you know, he like to say, yeah, yo, niggas gotta mention my name and shit. Hey, look, bro, I did. Yep. And it was easy because I knew you would react. You shouldn't be such a predictable person, bro. Of course it.
Now, let's finish this up, man. Let's finish this up, man. Because I'm not gonna hold you, man. I'm disgusted by that type of behavior with what's going on from you know, a quote unquote real one. He even said it out of his own mouth that he's a real one, right? Now, pretty much you just was trying to get a rise out of Easy, or just trying to bully him just because he's low-hanging fruit and he's a target and everybody's getting at him. So it's easy for you to do that to entertain us. That's what you're saying. Man, your show. Far be it for me to tell you, man, but you're a grown-ass man. We don't do those things. And frankly, you know what I'm saying, you should give Easy the Black Captain an apology. That's real shit. That's real shit. Because you dispersed his name, dragged his name in the mud, talked all type of crazy to him and whatnot. And all of that was considered the fact of a lie. All those things you were saying about audio, you got audio about him saying this to you, this, that, and the third, was a lie. You're saying it out of your own mouth. It's not like something I'm assuming. You're saying that you have no audio. That was the lie, that you had audio. You don't have audio. It was a lie. So what else is a lie? That's the thing everybody's asking now. Why would you do this to play career suicide? Meaning that people are going to see you in this light now. Why would you do that? It doesn't make no sense. I'm reading all the comments and stuff like that. They trying to make a joke out of your name, saying pulverize and all types of other crazy shit. This was so unnecessary. You could have just stayed out of the way, mind your business, and just, you know what I'm saying, chill out and letting motherfuckers handle what they needed to handle. This detoured ARP shit. You know what I'm saying? ARP had his foot on Easy the Block Captain's neck. You don't know. Easy was probably one blog away from ARP to get him really to F up out of here. Even though you can't get canceled in battle. Well, you can cancel yourself, but yo, man, ARP probably had he had the classic hits, rocking and rolling. And here you come talking about you got audio. Now we associating that audio that you say you had with whatever audio ARP probably had. Now it looks bad because you out here saying there ain't no audio. You could have kept all this to yourself, B. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong messenger, all that. Whatever you want to say, all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm disappointed in my, you know what I'm saying, myself about this situation on how you conveyed this shit to the public. You could have just said, yo, pretty much, yo, man, not for nothing. I ain't have no audio. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I did that, but you know what I'm saying? It's a lapse in judgment. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to let this go right here. My apologies are easy and whatnot. And disappear for a long while. Not being disrespectful. I'm talking about disappear so you can rebuild your brand. Because this right here broke down a lot of things in your brand. If you don't think so, then you got another thing coming. You got a battle with my little brother, Jack Boy Maine. Salute to Jack. Jack gonna call you everything but a child of God. Yes, he is. You understand what I'm saying? And I hope y'all can get through y'all battle because I'm pretty sure Jack gonna say some things that you not gonna like. They gonna root for Jack for the win. You are now considered the villain in this scenario. And that's hard to do, being that you battling Jack, you know what I'm saying? The person that, you know, like, come on. So why do this show? I don't get it. We all don't get it. We're still confused right now. Only thing I could tell you is two things. You got to be considered either a liar or a rat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this to like the liar part is that, hey, I'd rather be considered a liar than a rat. Because the rat part is something you're saying yourself. If anybody's recording somebody with audio and putting it out to expose somebody, is police behavior activity, and they should be considered a rat. So you rather say, yo, listen, if I'm going to choose one or the other, I'll go this route because I'd rather be considered a person that lied and trolled his way out of a situation than be considered a rat. I think that's why, if there was audio, that's the reason why you didn't put out any audio. You know what I'm saying? And now you're going through it. You know what I'm saying? We not gonna, don't act like you ain't going through it, like you don't care. If you care about battle rap and your status in this culture, you care about how you're being perceived. Anybody, me, you, him, her, everybody. You care about how you're being perceived. If you want to be looked at as somebody in this culture of valor. So this is an L in your column, bro. Hopefully you could pick yourself up back up, because I don't know. This was so unnecessary and a waste of everybody's time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on here. I'm a blogger now. I'm talking about these things, man. And these are things I don't even want to talk about. And yeah, I could be like, I'm not turning on my camera and talking about this. But it's just so interesting as to why you would do it and make me turn my camera on and talk about this. From Three Letter Man, Chris Unbiased, Piper Boy, Angry Fan, Polyvada, everybody's saying this shit. You can't get mad at the bloggers. You can only get mad at yourself because you put yourself here. But why did you put yourself here? Are we going to get the absolute real truth? Or are you going to really be like, yo, nah, this is the, you know, what this is, yo, let me get back on my good foot. This is the reason as to X, Y, and Z. Because the excuse that you gave that we just went through, I think it was a bunch of bullshit. Like, that's not the reason. Oh, you just wanted to troll everybody to see where this goes and Easy's or this, that, and the third and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, B. A real one would never, no matter if an enemy or not, or a person that he hates, a real one would never put something on somebody's name that'll make them look away, especially if it's not true. And you know that. That's where the disappointment comes from. Like, share, subscribe. I just don't even. I'm uncomfortable doing this shit. I just don't know why. But like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Hopefully, we could talk about other things and whatnot. Somebody put out a diss record, man, so I can get hype. But this is bad. One.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe where you go, and tell a friend about the Big Homie Show. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the Big Homie Show.